Hello, I am currently sitting in a 2024 Toyota Corolla SE, and I'm going to run through all the buttons for you. If you find this video helpful, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Starting in the middle with the shifter, you can squeeze the button behind it, pull it back into reverse. It will bring up the backup camera for you. Then you have neutral, drive, and then this vehicle does have a braking mode where it'll change the transmission into a lower gear. So if you're like going down hills or anything like that, you can use the transmission to slow the vehicle down so you don't have to use the brakes as much. This vehicle does have an electronic park brake. So every time you put it in park, it automatically engages the park brake. And when you take it out of park, it automatically disengages the park brake. Then it does have a hold mode here. So if you turn this on, you'll see a green light on the dash. That means it's on. And then the orange one below it means that it's active. So you can actually take your foot off the brake while the vehicle's in drive and it won't go anywhere. Say you're sitting in like a drive-through or construction or something like that and you get tired of holding your foot on the brake, it'll hold it for you. Then if you tap the gas pedal, it will release, and then if you push down hard again, it'll activate it again. In front of the shifter, it does have drive modes, so you can move it forward and back, and it'll actually let you go through Eco, Normal, and Sport. Eco mode's going to try to make it as fuel efficient as possible, shift a little sooner, try not to run the AC as much. Normal is for normal driving, and then Sport is going to try to give you all the power it can. Then next to that, you're going to have traction control off. Normally you'd want to leave that on, but if you wanted to, like if you were stuck in the snow or something and you wanted to spin the tires freely to maybe try to get yourself out, you could turn that off. Up on the dash, you have the start button for the vehicle. Then this first dial is so you can change the temperature for the climate control. The auto button on there is like a thermostat for your car. So if you have it on like auto 70 and it's hot out, it'll cool it down to 70. And if it's cold out, it'll heat it up to 70. You can turn off the climate control right there. That will do the front window defrost, so it'll blow all the air up on the front window. That'll de-ice the back window and the side mirrors. This will change where the vents are going to blow. This is an eco heat and cool mode, so if you turn that on, it'll try to run the climate control a little less to optimize your fuel economy. This will turn on recirculate, and then that'll be direct air in. And then here you have AC on and off, and then here you can adjust the fan speeds up and down. Then you have the hazards for the vehicle right there. Here on the radio, I have my wireless Apple CarPlay connected. This vehicle does have wireless Android Auto as well. Right here, you've got your maps and what you're currently listening to. If you hit this button, it'll bring up your phone contacts, maps, messages, Amazon Music, whatever you want to use. Then if you hit the Toyota symbol, it'll get you out of the Apple CarPlay Android Auto and back to the main Toyota screen. So this first symbol at the top here is your Apple CarPlay Android Auto. The second one down is cloud navigation. You do have to have an active subscription for this through Toyota to have built-in maps. Then you have your music symbol. You can enable audio, and then basically at the top you have favorites, which is all your presets. Then the next one down is tune. You've got FM, AM, and XM. You get 3 months XM radio for free with every new Toyota. So if you tune to 57, it'll bring the station up for you right there. If you like that station, you just hit the heart button, and then it'll put it on your favorites list right there. Then you can do channel by channel here at the bottom. You can pause it and back it up if you missed a song. You can even hit notify me, and if you like the artist or the song, you can check mark it, and it'll tell you if it's playing on any XM station. The little phone tab will take you back into your Apple CarPlay so you can have all your contacts. Then below that you have a little vehicle. You could do trip information like miles per gallon and range to empty. Then at the bottom you have your settings, so you can log into your profile, you can change the date and time, make all kinds of different vehicle customizations. Up above you do have map light. This one will turn all the lights in the car on. And then the one that says door, if you have it pushed in, when you open the doors, all the lights will come on. And if you don't want the lights to come on, you just push that button so it's out like that. Then you do have the SOS Safety Connect button. So if you have like a flat tire or some sort of emergency, you can flip this down, push the button, it'll call Toyota, and then they can send help your way. It does have a nice little cover there so you don't bump it. Behind the steering wheel, you have the wipers. If you go up to mist, it'll do one swipe and then go back to off. One click down is the delayed wipers, where you can adjust the delay time right there. Then there's low, then there's high. You can pull the wipers towards you and it'll clean the front windshield. Then over here you've got the headlights. So you can turn it all the way down to DRL off, which is driving lights off, no lights at all. Most people leave it on auto, so they come on and off on their own automatically. Then there's park lights and headlights. Forward for high beam, back for low beam. On the steering wheel, you've got mode, which will go through all your sources like AM, FM, XM, Bluetooth. Then the arrows here will go through all your favorite radio presets, or if you're listening to like Amazon Music, it'll do next song and back a song. This vehicle does have radar cruise control, so basically if you're set at 70 miles per hour and you come up on a car that's going any slower, it'll sense them automatically, slow you down, and match their speed. To activate that, you get to the speed you want to set it at and push this button right here, and it'll say set at 70 miles per hour up on the dash. Then to increase speed, you can do the plus symbol and go 1, 2 up to 72 miles per hour. And if you want to decrease it back to 70, you can go 1, 2. Then right here you have a zone selector, and it's actually got 4, 3, 2, and 1 zones. That's how close it'll follow the car in front of you. So you can make adjustments there. If you don't like the adaptive cruise control, you can actually hit the mode button there, and it'll toggle between adaptive cruise control and then regular cruise control where it won't slow you down. And then this vehicle does have lane departure warning and lane trace assist. To turn off the lane trace assist, you hit that button right there, and basically what that is if you have the cruise control set going down the highway, it'll look ahead at the lines in front of you and keep the car perfectly centered. Then you can also cancel the cruise control by hitting this or tap the brake pedal. Over on this side, you've got the volume controls for the radio. Then you have a voice command button next to it. Tune to XM channel 57.
Tuning to Sirius XM channel 57.
Up here you have the phone button, so if somebody calls you, it'll say call from whoever. You can hit this to answer it and then hit it again to hang up. And then this arrow button right here is like a clear button, so if you get like a notification up on the screen there, you can hit this to clear it. Then the up, down, left, and right arrow is for changing the center display information. So you can go up and down through those bubbles there on the right side. So you can show like digital speedometer, range to empty, fuel economy, eco indicator, and then back to the top. Then you can go over to the right and show radar cruise control, lane departure warning, a compass, what's playing on the radio station, vehicle information like trip distance and tire pressures. Then you've got a settings tab for all your safety equipment. Then messages, if anything's wrong with the car, it can tell you right there. And then back to the beginning. Over on this side of the dash, you do have a little dial. You can scroll here, and that will adjust the gauge brightness on the instrument panel. Then next to it, you have the auto high beam button. So auto high beams are basically, if you're driving down the highway at night with your high beams on, and you meet a car and you forget to dim them, it can sense their headlights and dim them automatically for you. If you like that feature, you want that lit up. If you don't like it, you want to turn it off right there. Then down below on this vehicle, on the floor, you have the fuel door release and then the trunk release right there. Finally, on the driver door, you have all 4 window switches. They are all one-touch auto up and down, so if you just hit it real quick, it'll roll all the way down. If you lift up on it real quick, it'll roll all the way back up. Right here is your window locks, so if you activate that, nobody in the vehicle will be able to roll the windows up or down. Then you can lock all the doors, unlock all the doors, and then right here you've got mirror adjustments. So if you turn it to the left, you can move the left mirror, turn it to the right, move the right mirror. Then if you put it back in the center, if you bump it, it won't go anywhere. And that should be all the buttons on this 2024 Toyota Corolla SE. If you found this helpful, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you.